Members of Virginia's National Guard have already been deployed to D.C. ahead of Inauguration Day. More than 2,000 troops are posted around the Capitol and other parts of Washington. Governor Ralph Northam deployed members at the request of D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser following last week's deadly riot. The National Guard members have been helping support local authorities with security and safety measures. They're expected to stay in the area through January 20th to ensure the ceremony is as safe as possible. Earlier, I spoke with Governor Northam over Zoom about the ongoing security plans.
Governor Northam, earlier Thursday in a news conference, you said that anybody coming to your state with, quote, ill intent is not welcome. How do you plan to follow through on that warning?
Well, unfortunately, we've had a lot of experience with folks coming to Virginia with ill will. It started back in August of 2017 in Charlottesville, and then we had a number of armed protesters come to us a year ago in January, and now we've had threats that have come to us through the FBI that individuals will be visiting all 50 capitals, and so we take this very seriously in Virginia, and so we'll use our local police force, the city of Richmond staff. We have the Capitol Police here, we have the Virginia State Police, and then the National Guard will be available as well. So it's unfortunate, Lana, that we have to prepare like this, but we do take it seriously. And, you know, for example, the guardsmen and women, we have a vaccination program ongoing in Virginia right now. We need them we need their resources in other areas. So it's unfortunate we're having to defend Richmond and to defend our capital city, Washington, against Americans. It's just unfortunate.
Unfortunate, almost unfathomable, but it's such an important reminder that these National Guards people have much more important obligations in a normal world ahead of them, rather than having to do this right now. But speaking of coordination, I understand that you are coordinating with the Capital City Mayor Muriel Bowser. Can you tell us a little bit about that coordination?
Well, I have a great relationship with the mayor of Washington as well as the governor of Maryland. We've worked on a lot of different issues together, whether it be the metro or the Chesapeake Bay, but specifically in this case, you know, she requested a week ago Wednesday, when we all witnessed the armed insurrection of our capital city. She requested the use of our National Guard. We deployed our guard on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. They were on the ground the following morning. We also sent over 200 of our Virginia State policemen and women there to protect democracy. And as I've told the mayor all along, and again, we have a great relationship, Virginia stands ready and willing to defend democracy, and that's what we've done in this case.
I want to talk about other threats. As you said, you're working with the rest of the DMV in keeping the Capitol safe during this time period, and including inauguration. But the FBI has also indicated that there are credible threats against state capitals, including yours. The legislature, I believe, just got back into session on Wednesday. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing to have to safeguard your own capital?
Well, you know, I just looked out the window a little while ago, Lana, and it's really discouraging to see fences around our Capitol Square, which is a beautiful area. The bottom floor windows of our Capitol are boarded up right now. And so we're taking these threats seriously. Again, we have experience with this over the past, but the National Guard is available here, the Virginia State Police, Capitol Police, City of Richmond Police. So I have put the word out to folks that if you're coming to Richmond or Washington, D.C. with ill will, you're not welcome, and you'd best turn around and go home.
Obviously, another major event is taking place in Washington, D.C. right now, and that is the impeachment for the second time of President Trump. How do you feel about that particular issue?
You know, over the years, since the president has been in office, he's really created this tinderbox by telling continuous lies, putting misinformation out there, conspiracy theories. And since November 3rd, when we had the election, when he lost the election, he's continued to tell his supporters that this election was fraudulent, that it was stolen. So he's literally created this tinderbox. And then on Wednesday, a week ago, he threw a match on it, and the rest is history. And so, I hold him responsible. 5 lives were lost last Wednesday. I also hold responsible the congressional leaders who have continued to back him and say the same things. They have blood on their hands as well, and words have meaning. Leadership is important, and every day that this president is in Washington is one day too many. And the sooner that he can move on out of Washington and we can get the new administration in place with really what we expect as Americans, a peaceful transition of power, that will be in the best interest of this country.
Governor Northam, before I let you go, I wanted to follow back up with you about your state's efforts at vaccination. I understand that half of your state is now eligible for vaccination. Tell us more about how you feel it's gone so far for you, and what other things you're hoping to do to try and increase your vaccination rate there.
Well, I appreciate the question. And as you may know, my background is in healthcare. I'm a physician. And so overall, the vaccination program has gone well. But this whole experience with COVID-19 starting back in March for us, our first case was on March the 7th, has been a learning experience. So after a couple of weeks of the rollout of the vaccination program, I felt that it wasn't going quickly enough. So last Wednesday, we made some changes. We set goals of initially 25,000 doses a day and then rapidly increasing to 50,000 doses a day. That's what we need to accomplish in order to get everybody in Virginia vaccinated by early to mid summer. We brought in what I call a field general, Dr. Dania Vula, to oversee the vaccination program. The National Guard has been deployed to help. So each day is better. In Virginia, we've moved from 1A to 1B. We decreased the age of those receiving the vaccination to 65. So a lot of individuals are now ready and eligible to receive the vaccination. And as long as we can get the supply that we need, and by the way, it is great to have a partner in Washington. I just spoke with the leader of the task force in Washington this afternoon. As long as we can get the supply we need, we'll get Virginians vaccinated. We have about 8.5 million Virginians, and we'd like to do that by early to midsummer.
All right, Governor Northam, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Stay safe.